Voters in Ivory Coast went to the polls Sunday to choose a new president in an election meant to reunite the country 8 years after the start of civil war. VOA West Africa correspondent Scott Stearns has our story from Abidjan.
Many polling stations in Abidjan opened late, but when they did open, the process ran smoothly, with officials checking voters' names against the electoral list. The makeup of that list is one of the biggest things that's repeatedly delayed this vote over the last 5 years. On Sunday, the lists appeared to match up well with each constituency, as none of the candidates voiced major complaints. President Laurent Gbagbo cast his vote in Abidjan, saying the election helps end the crisis that's divided Ivory Coast between the government-held south and areas of the north still under the command of a former rebel movement. The president asked all candidates to keep their supporters calm and await official results.
It's about respecting the law. Candidates should not show themselves in a bad light by each proclaiming their own results. We have a law which is clear, and it is the Independent Electoral Commission which has the ability to proclaim the provisional results. Then it's up to the Constitutional Council to give the final results.
One of President Gbagbo's biggest challengers in this vote is former President Henri Konan Bedie, who was toppled in a 1999 coup. The other major candidate is former Prime Minister Alassane Ouattara, who was previously prevented from running because of questions about his nationality. Discrimination against descendants of immigrants from Mali and Burkina Faso helped spark the country's war. Ouattara says the vote is a chance for a new start.
I am very happy to have voted. It's a citizen's duty, and I ask of all my countrymen to vote in peace. That's what our country needs most, not only for the day of the election, but also for the days following the elections.
The vote was monitored by observers from the European Union, the Economic Community of West African States, and the United Nations. Former Ghanaian President John Kufuor observed the poll as a member of the Carter Center mission. He says there's no mistaking the importance of this vote for securing regional peace and economic development.
Côte d'Ivoire has always been the economic heartland or center of, I would say, not only the Francophone West Africa, but even the Anglophone neighborhood. And everybody is looking to Côte d'Ivoire to have a peaceful and fair election today. So it would be restored to play its proper role for the development of the entire neighborhood.
Of the 14 candidates in this election, only President Gbagbo appears to have a slim chance of winning outright in this first round. If no one wins more than half of these ballots, there'll be a second round runoff between the top two finishers. Scott Stearns, VOA News, Abidjan.